Super Dad vlog number 4. Welcome back. If this is the 4th one you've watched, fantastic. Thank you very much, man. You're a supporter. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep commenting, keep asking questions, man. Keep criticizing. Welcome back. All right. Today's subject was won by a landslide, and that is flexible nutrition. All right. So one of the ways I always want to address the topic that is chosen is from a real life perspective. Okay. So some of my answers to your questions or some of my approaches may not seem entirely scientific or industry-based answers, but they've come from experience. All right. So some things that I've read during being qualified and during my theory-based learning have said this, but from my experience with real life humans, these are my answers. Okay. So literally you can't really take what I say and apply it and directly to your life, because as I said, every person is individual and really specific. So once we get past a certain level of training and nutrition, it's really about preference, your goals, and being really specific. Okay. So when I'm talking, especially today's topic, when I'm talking about this, I want you to think about that. Okay. And that's important. It's important in life, man. Listen, they're going to tell you to do a lot of things, but it's not based around your opinion on the world. All right. So not just exercise and nutrition, it's about you as well. Okay. Flexible nutrition. Okay. I think it's a fantastic topic. I think it's something that's very real. I think it's something that's not talked about enough. I don't think it's something that's talked about enough. So it's going to be a great topic. Just quickly want to touch on something. We look like we're about to have a second lockdown coming. Well, we're in the process of it already. We've been told that we have to leave bars and restaurants by 10 p.m. I'm just going to say, be safe. Be safe, man. Government guidelines are fantastic, but go above and beyond. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, but for you and your family, really look out for them, man. Really look out for them. Look out for people's mental health at the moment and their physical health, man. Advise them. Take the information you get from me, from other places, from strong sources, and use that, man. Help your family. All right. Just wanted to say that. The poll was ridiculous. The landslide was unreal. Flexible nutrition, it won like 90% of the votes. All right. Which is fantastic, and it's something I want to talk on. Okay. What is flexible nutrition? All right, I've googled it. It was an answer I didn't expect. Okay, so give me 2 seconds. Flexible nutrition. I'm googling it as we speak. It was something like you can consume the amount of calories you're meant to be eating, but you're allowed to do whatever you want inside that calorie intake. All right, that wasn't my definition of flexible nutrition. It says, also known as if it fits your macros, or simply counting macros, it simply means the tracking. Right. Practically, it means as long as it fits your macros and calorie intake, eat what you want. So if you have a 50% carbohydrate intake of a 2,000 calorie daily intake, you can have a donut. I'm gathering that's what that means. All right. We're not going to use the Google definition. I'm going to talk about flexible nutrition in just about varying your diet. All right. That wasn't what I defined it to be, and fuck Google. All right. Quite frankly, fuck Google. So my definition, and the one we're going to talk about, is being able to eat the things that you enjoy. Okay? Flexible nutrition. Yes, addressing the fact that we want to eat healthier. but also eating the things that we want to enjoy. All right? Flexible nutrition. I don't think we need to get any more detailed than that. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, I think we have too much information. Way too much information. I think too much information gives us room to make a mistake or make an excuse furthermore. Does that make sense? So let's keep it nice and simple. Flexible nutrition is being able to eat the things you want on your journey. All right? Listen, if you think any different, you tell me. All right? So why? Why flexible nutrition? Why would we do it? Why would we do it? It's realistic. It's realistic, right? A big issue that's going on that I see is we are sold perfection, all right? So the person that we are trying to chase on our goal to health and fitness looks like, I use this example all the time, Cristiano Ronaldo, The Rock, I don't know, Simeon Panda. They look like these athletes, all right, which is unbelievable, which is they're doing fantastic, something to aspire to, okay? But realistic? Probably not. These people are professionals, okay? These people get paid to look like that. You are paying to look like that, all right? So that's one of the problems, the goal, all right? And once you remove that goal and you start to look at something more realistic, especially initially, because you might reach this goal and feel like that was achievable, then you might want to go there. But if we move the goal, and we look at something that's a little bit more realistic, then we don't have to eat like them. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So, look, man, a big thing for me that we don't recognize is we don't link the psychological, the psychological implications of our journey. Look, if you are trying to look like an athlete, an athlete that gets paid, all right, on your journey, while working, while being a father, while having debt, while, I don't know, bills to pay, whatever you want to say, while trying to lead a social life, if you're trying to do that, you're going to become really deflated along the way. You know why? Because it's going to be very hard, all right? There's nothing wrong with hard, but it can be extremely deflating when you're not achieving your goals, especially like if you feel as though having a piece of cake on a Friday is getting in the way of your goal. Sorry. This for me is a massive issue, yeah, that we're not linking the psychological implications of the journey. We have to recognize that if we do something, if the goal is achievable and the steps are achievable, we feel better, okay? Each step, we start to feel better, we start to collect momentum, and then maybe we hit one point and we feel fantastic, all right? And then we move again and we change the goal, but we have to recognize that we need to create achievable goals, especially initially, to collect momentum, to move on to the more difficult goals, okay? We need to stop seeing food, especially people that are working day to day, that have family, like so scientifically, all right? And I'm gonna say initially you may need to get a better understanding of food, but you don't need to start breaking it down to the macronutrient every single day. Like once you get a grasping understanding of what food you should be consuming and portion sizes, it doesn't matter if you're out 10% on your protein one day. It doesn't matter if you're 200 calories over one day, all right? We complicate shit. We are fascinated with complicating shit, all right? I do believe if you have a goal, all right, and it's really extreme, and you want to be an elite athlete, a boxer, the next Floyd Mayweather, yeah, you should be paying someone full time to help you achieve that. That's what I'm gonna say, all right? If you've got one of them elite goals, we just need to drop the status quo. We need to change it. We need to change it. We need to stop them goals, and we need to stop starving ourselves to get to them goals. Who agrees? Who agrees? I'm fucking crazy about it at the moment. Stop starving yourself. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit that you teach your children. It's bad for the people around you. You get mood swings. It's shit. It's shit. Okay. And it's lazy. It's lazy. I'm gonna say it's lazy. It's lazy in regards to having to think, man. It may be hard physically, but it's lazy. Go and fucking read and find out a little bit more initially, and go and ask someone and get some help. Stop just starving yourself. Ignore the idea of the perfect body. That's how I'm going to leave that bit. Ignore the idea of the perfect body. All right. Maybe even focus on just small incremental goals for you. Okay, losing 2 pounds or whatever, or even developing muscle slowly and surely. All right. We lose the idea of the perfect body. Balance is key. Okay, and I think this is the most complicated thing for me as an online coach to explain to people what balance is. All right, because it's very individual. All right, and so we have extreme dieting, balance, overindulgence. All right, and people tend to float between the two on the perimeter. Extreme dieting and overindulgence, and balance is key. All right, balance takes time. Okay, so whichever end you are on this spectrum, overindulgence or extreme dieting, one thing we do not do is we don't try to do anything quickly. Okay, and it's about removing or adding things slightly. Okay, and again, it's about respecting how you feel emotionally and like the psychological impact it has on you. Okay, I want you to have a think about that. Balance is key, hence the word flexible. The next thing I wanted to discuss is how to eat flexible. This is very, very interesting, because I've trained professional athletes, boxers and footballers. All right, and some of them their diets, they have a real amazing body image, but some of them their diets are terrible. Okay, and I don't think that's right, because even though their bodies are still in really good shape, it affects their performance. But for us, if we saw that more, it may help us. Okay, so how to eat flexible. It really needs to start from the base. Okay, the base to create a good habit. You need to get a good understanding. All right, so if we look at our first goal, and our first goal is to shift 2 pounds. All right, we're going to do weight loss here. If our first goal is to shift 2 pounds, it just means removing. We're not going to bring exercise into it, by the way. It just means removing small. We can do it this way: small portions from our plate. Just say that, for example. It doesn't mean completely cutting out carbs. It could just mean removing small portions from our plate daily. All right. Or it could mean reducing the amount of fizzy drink. All right. It could mean not having dessert one day of the week. All right. It could mean reducing the amount of alcohol we have. All right. Notice I'm using reducing. All right. Not stopping. Okay. Essentially, we can do that. We can do that gradually. Remember, we haven't even brought exercise into this. All right. Essentially, we can do that for a long time. Okay. We can do that for a long time. Without having to stop anything, and we can collect some healthy momentum. Again, bringing the psychological side into this. All right. As we're doing this, we're actually going to start feeling better about ourselves. We're going to start to lose weight. We're collecting momentum, and it puts us in a better place to maybe increase the measures as we go on. Add the exercise into it now. I think that's the best way to develop a flexible diet. Okay, maybe not removing the things we enjoy immediately, and just reducing. Okay, I find that most people on their journey, as they start to eat healthier and exercise more, they tend to not want to eat as much shit anyway. And a flexible diet comes about naturally anyway. So I think that's the best way to do it. To be honest, especially if you're somebody that has struggled long term to lose weight, all right? Or to get into shape. Okay, I keep using lose weight, okay? And I think the same thing applies to eating, all right? To putting on weight, okay? To eating more, sorry. Do things gradually. And especially if you are not looking to exercise, okay? So if you're not looking to exercise and you want to lose weight, don't feel as though you have to drag everything out. I just want to tell you these things like takeaways. A takeaway, a chocolate bar, a bag of Haribo are not the end of your journey. They are not. Stop doing this to yourself. It's ridiculous. If you have a dessert, you should not be feeling guilt, okay? This is wrong. Like, it's ideally, if you're on a weight loss diet or if you're trying to get into shape, the best meal selection is not a bar of frigging chocolate, okay? It's not the best meal selection yet. But if you do it, it's not the end of your journey. I want you to take that into consideration. I want you to stop beating yourself up because you've had a Nando's with chips, peri-peri chips. Gotta stop doing that, okay? It's silly. You have to understand that if it's a journey, if it's a getting in shape journey, we can expect some times stepping out of the diet. That's the best way flexible, stepping away from the initial path that we laid, all right? It's okay. It's all right. I'm going to conclude on this, all right? I'm going to conclude on this. We have to stop. It's just my opinion. I don't necessarily blame people for this violent dieting, okay? This excessive dieting, this overindulgence. I think the industry sells it, okay? Because I think there's a competition to lose weight the quickest. It's the truth. I think on my end, this isn't your fault for the people trying to get into shape. I think the competition is to put a transformation picture up, and the quickest period of time next to that transformation picture to seduce you lot into believing this is how you're gonna get to your goal. Okay? Very unlikely, man. There's not many people I've met that's been able to sustain that kind of momentum for a long time. It sounds so crazy. You're probably not gonna want to hear it, but it's probably best you pick the slower option, man. It's not probably. It definitely is. The goals are fucking with your head. The goals, man. The goals. These elite athletes, man. We need to stop using them as. If you are not a full-time athlete or have no dream of being a full-time athlete, you probably want to appreciate them for their discipline and the sport they're in and whatever. But you should probably pick a more realistic goal to aspire to, as opposed to that. Okay, just same ways. I think if you reach that goal and you decide to then kick on, it's fine. Yeah, like and it requires a lot of discipline, man. Especially like the examples I gave you of the boxers and the footballers and the boxers that I train. They train fucking hard, man. They train hard. It's ridiculous. So when they are stepping out of their diet, their planned nutrition, it's crazy that the work they're putting into staying in shape. All right, probably a bit unrealistic for you going to work as well and doing the things you need to do day to day. You don't get paid to stay in shape. Enjoying ourselves. What the fuck happened? Enjoy yourself, all right? So this is the balance to it again, man. Like even so, so a number of people actually. I put up a post and it said, I had breakfast. My breakfast would be deemed as unhealthy, and I said I enjoy my food and somewhat. And you shouldn't have to eat this way. And then someone goes, oh, I train this person, I train that person, they look amazing and they eat that all the time, all right? So what I want you to realize is, yeah, the last thing you want to do the moment you start comparing yourself and reaching into, he trained like that and eats like that, why can't I? You lose the enjoyment. What you want to do is essentially like, work out what you want to enjoy, your goals, and you want to take baby steps towards them, all right? And you want to start, and you don't want to feel so guilty that the fact that someone else looks like that and they do that, all right? The same thing with my athletes. You don't want to draw a comparison on it, because that's where, again, the impact, like the guilt, and you feel like shit. Fuck them. What you want to do is that just focus on them baby steps, all right? Them baby steps. Stop drawing comparison from over there, and because that hurts, man. It hurts me. Stop. If you're not trying to be Mr. Universe, stop. Just stop. Stop obsessing over micronutrients, all right? I think it's a good idea to have an understanding of what your portion size should be, and what macros you should be consuming, but that's about it. Okay? And as your goals, as you collect momentum, as your goals become maybe more serious, and you desire a better body, you maybe learn a little bit more, but initially relax, get a good understanding, get into a healthy training regime. Just stop. You don't need to download The Rock's workout program, because you don't want to look like The Rock. And you might want to look like him, sorry, but you're not going to look like The Rock. How many people look like The Rock? Okay? Question time. Actually, sorry. Ask loads of questions in regards to that, man. Some of my analogies, some of my points may have been a little bit off, so ask loads of questions, all right? Question time. Some good questions. Question time. Let's get it up. Question time. I have tried all the diets on the internet. They work for 2 weeks and I plateau, then give up. What should I do? Just spoke about it. Wherever you are at on this spectrum, weight loss, weight gain, overindulgence, strict dieting, you want some balance, okay? All right? You want to slow things down. You want to enjoy things more, all right? We are being sold the perfect body with the perfect diet. We don't live the perfect life. We wish we got paid to exercise and eat healthy. We wish we did. We don't. I am an online coach in the health industry, and I do not eat like that. I don't look like that, and I don't eat like that. Simple as. Next question. Last week you said you had been using the gym and then went on to say home workouts are better. That does not make sense. Explain. Ooh, getting at me. I like that. Okay. Home workouts are better for people who home workouts. I use home workouts. I do. I still use home workouts. I was using the gym for a purpose. Remember, I'm an online coach. I'm a PT, and I go into gyms and I help people as well. All right. So it's my job. So again, drawing comparison upon me is it would be a silly thing to do. I do something for a living. All right. Yourself. Going back to my original point. For convenience, for productivity, okay, for return on investment, home workouts are better, all right? For the man that goes to work and the dad, it's better, it's more convenient. I see the results in that. That's what I was saying, all right? Again, don't draw a comparison to someone who works in the industry, all right? I get paid to train people, all right? So it's okay, I have the time to go to a gym. Does that make sense? And even then, I rarely have time. It was just that particular period I was doing something. Hope that makes sense, man. Don't worry about what I'm doing, man. If you are working long hours and have children and stuff, yeah, home workouts are better for you. Trust me. That's the end. Listen, questions, criticism, next topic, anything you want, man. Just DM me, put a comment up. Thank you very, very much for watching vlog number 4. Flexible nutrition. So important on your journey. Stop trying to eat the perfect diet. Stop listening to people. Stop trying to achieve the perfect body. Take time with yourself, incremental steps. Enjoy food, enjoy exercise, enjoy life. Thanks for watching.